We're going to be doing a family engagement workshop today. My name is Tony Kahn. I'm the Title I coordinator for Wayne County Schools and also the family engagement liaison. And I have Kara Porter with us. She is our TIS person and technology. She will be the presenter as far as the topic today, which is going to be giving you some information on Schoology and how to use that platform, log in for your student, check to be able to go in and look at some information for your students, and then just be able to navigate through that system and also communicate with your teachers, the students' teachers back and forth as well too. So we'll be having those different kinds of information. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Porter and let her get started. And like I said, if there's any questions, you can put them over in the chat and I can tell Kara, or you can unmute yourself and ask any questions. We'll have a little question and answer session at the end as well. Kara, your turn.
Good evening, and I'm glad you were able to join us. As Mr. Kahn explained, this video will be recorded, so if you want to go back and rewatch some of that or reach out for additional information, I'm happy to work with you individually. And let me go ahead and state this up front. We have a Wayne County help desk, and the phone number to that is 681-203-5268, and that is available from 8 o'clock a.m. until 4 o'clock p.m. And we do close for lunch from 12 to 1 o'clock. So keep that in mind as you're calling. So I'm going to screen share with you and walk you through Schoology so that you can learn how to navigate the same platform that your student uses. You can follow that for updates, notifications, calendars, alerts, but most importantly, it allows you to communicate in a secure, safe manner with your child's teachers. So I'm going to screen share with you and demonstrate how you set up a parent account and walk you through that process. So I'm going to walk you through from your home computer. If you do not have a student computer to log in, you're going to use your home computer, and you're going to go to set up a Schoology account. You need two things. You need from the school or from the help desk, you need a parent access code or a student access code, they'll call it, which gives you a series of numbers and letters combined that creates a privacy component to the Schoology parent account creation. So the school can provide that to the child to bring home to you, or you can call the help desk and provide your child's social security number, birth date, and student ID in order to be able to get to that information through the help desk. And then we'll look to see if you're calling from an approved phone in Weavis that's on the student account. We verify all of that information before we'll work with you over the phone. So it's much easier to get it from the school and ask them to send it home with your child, and then you'll have it. So you're going to go, in order to create a parent account, this is for parents only, or guardians, parents or guardians, not for students to go this way. So I'll show you how the students go to their Schoology in a minute, but I'm going to do your account now. So you're going to go to www.schoology.com. And that's going to take you to a PowerSchool website. And Schoology is part of PowerSchool now. So when you log in, you'll be able to see the PowerSchool emblem here, the little P. And you're going to scroll down. You'll scroll all the way down to where you see register or log in. So you'll click register or log in. And it's going to load a series of boxes here. So you'll scroll down until you see Schoology Learning. All right, you're going to click, if you do not have an account, you're going to click register for Schoology Learning, and mine loaded the actual account. So, and it will take you through a series of steps, and this is where it's going to ask you to input your personal email, and then it's going to ask you for the student access code. Once you do that, you're going to create a username and a password. So jot those down, keep those in a safe place, so that you can remember that. If you're on your personal computer, you can save it to your personal computer, but if you're using one that's shared, I would not save that. Once your account is created, it will log you in automatically, but any subsequent times you come back to go to Schoology.com, you'll actually click the Login to Schoology Learning. Once you're in there as a parent, you're going to see a screen that says, typically it will say to you, you are not enrolled in any courses, and which you're not. But if you look at your profile over on the right-hand side where it has the parent name, if you click that arrow, you can see your child's information just below that. And if you have more than one child and you need to add a child, you'll need the parent access code for that one as well, each child you add. And you'll just click the add child and put in the access code. And I'm going to click on that just so you can see what it looks like when it asks for the child's code. And you'll be prompted to put in this box and then click use code, and it will add that child. It's the same setup you see when you're registering for that account as well. So the first thing I'm going to go over with you from the parent account, you will see you can switch from your view, which is the parent view, over to the student view. And there are two views for a reason, and I'm going to go over each one of those with you and walk you through both. But the first thing I'm going to do from the parent account is take you to settings. So I want you to click on settings, and then you're going to click on notifications. So as a parent, you can choose whichever, if any, notifications that you want to set up. The ones I recommend you follow are the course updates, and you can click that and toggle it on if it's automatically turned off. I think all of mine were off, and I went through and toggled some on or off. So you just click the little button beside of it and you can turn it off or on. I recommend that you turn on the course content created. That means that if a teacher posts content, you'll get a notification that content has been posted. And then also course materials that are overdue. So if your child has a late assignment, it will notify you that course material is late. It's overdue. So you can turn those on. And then below that, there really isn't anything major other than the school update. You might want to turn on the school update in case the principal posts something that you want to see. So you can turn that on or leave it off, either way you prefer that. And before we save that, the other option you have over on the right-hand side is to send notifications to your phone via text message. Now, if you're going to do the app, you're going to get those notifications from Schoology anyway if you allow it to push notifications. But you can still set that up if you want to do that. Now, if you have Appalachian Wireless, the last time I went in here to look, it was not an option to set up. It still is not. But all of the other major carriers are listed there. So you'll put in your phone number, you'll choose your carrier, and then you'll click Set Mobile. And it will send you a text for that information. So once you've done that, you're going to scroll to the very bottom of the page, and you'll click Save Changes. So once you save those changes, you're good to go. So I'll start with you once we've done that. I'm going to start with you on the student side of that account. I'm going to show you from your side, and then I'm going to show you from the actual student's account. So from your parent account, you can click over to the student, and again, I'm going to take you back to the main your main landing page here. So when you come on, you have nothing here. So you're not going to see anything much on your side. But if you click over on your student side, you're going to see a classroom. You're going to see where that student is listed. You're going to see what that student is doing. And I borrowed this from Miss Daniels. She allowed me to use her little placeholder a long time ago when we set this up. And you're going to see student activity. This is where you're going to see updates. So if you click on that, that's what you're going to get notifications there of what the teacher has posted as an update. Now, if you click courses, it's going to show you each course that you're in. So if you click on courses here, you're going to see those courses, and you're going to see updates, grades, attendance, and members. So you're going to be able to go to grades and look at grades. And these are teachers I worked with and put them in a training course so we could demonstrate this for you. But you can go there and you can look at their grades. But what I want to show you most, obviously grades will be self-explanatory. You'll be able to see what their grades are for each assignment. You can click on the updates and it'll take you back to the updates page. The attendance, if you're high school, that's critical for you because you're able to see if your child went to school, but third period, there's an absence today that should not have been there, then you're able to stay in tune with what's actually happening at your while your child's at school. So you can find out why he or she was not in the class in third period today or whatever. So the other part I want to show you is there's a members tab. And on that members tab, there will be a gear over here to the right of my name. As a teacher, you would see the gear right here, and you would be able to say, send message. So from right here, there will be a little gear. I'm going to see if let me see if theirs will show up. And I'll look in my other class. Let me switch classes and go back to the other one. And let me see members. It still didn't show it. There is a member over by the member, the admin in there. There will be a little gear that you can you can click on it. It will say message this teacher. So you click on that and you can send a message. But if you look up here on the main ribbon on your child's Schoology page in your parent account, there is no envelope. So if that teacher messages you back, you're not going to see it on the child's page. You have to go back over to your page to see that. On the child's page, you can see the courses, you can see the materials. I'll take you back to the materials page. And teachers set up their materials differently. So you might see a folder for when you're getting the class started. So you might see first 6 weeks. So you would expand that folder and see what's due the first week and what's due the second week. Okay, they might have a folder that's dated. So theirs is going to look a little bit different than this, most likely. But you're going to be able to navigate that course by clicking on those folders and seeing those assignments that are in each folder. You can also see from this child's page, do you see this calendar in the right-hand side as well? This, to me, there are two aspects of the calendar. In the right-hand side of this screen, when you're in a course, you will see upcoming. That tells you any assignments that are upcoming. It kind of lets you see those and expect those. However, if you're like me and you want to plan a little further ahead, you can actually click on the calendar and look at that calendar and see what's upcoming for the next 2 weeks or the next week. Now, you'll need to know if that teacher has assignments posted for the next 2 weeks, because if not, that may change tomorrow. So looking at this calendar daily kind of gives you an idea of what's going to go on in your child's course or children's courses. So you can look at that for each course, and that helps you see that. So again, messaging the teacher is critical. That's one of the communication pieces that we are promoting. You're being able to reach out to that teacher to explain, my child's going to be absent next week. Can you go ahead and post that coursework and we'll get started on it from home? Or you can just have conversations that you need to have with your child's teacher. And that teacher is able to reach out to you in a secure message, and you can check it when you at your convenience, and then reply as you have time to reply. You can also check grades and attendance. So I'm just going to take you over to a grade report. And then you would see current grades. You can go back to past grades. And then you can also look at attendance. So it brings up your attendance, all that information. Now, mine is obviously not set to show anything because this is a training account, but it would show you days missed or periods missed in each of those courses. And then you can see the grades for each assignment turned in or missing. And then you would do that for each child you have. You can switch between children just like you switched between your account and the student account, your account and then the student account. And you'll see that the student account says Wayne County Schools. So I'm going to point out again, you notice that you do not see notifications on this tab. You're on the student tab. You do not see notifications, and you do not see an envelope for messaging. Now, you can go to members and message the teachers, but you're not going to see if they've replied back from the student page. So you're going to click back over to your page, and up in the top corner, if you look right here, you're going to see messages. So if you click that envelope, I sent a test message so you could actually see that. But you'll get your notification here, and you'll also get, mine turns yellow. I think the students turns a different color, but it will highlight and show you have a message. So you can click on that and get your message. You too have a calendar here that you can utilize for whatever purpose you want. And that's really on your page the only content that you're going to see is your messaging and your calendar and your notifications. So if you have any questions about that before I switch, I'll stop here and let you chat with me about that. And then I'm going to take you to the student side and let you see what they see.
I have a question about, so if you have a student
and if you decide you have a question and you don't want to chat online, you can reach out to me via email, and I will work with you, and my email's on the Wayne County Board site, but you can also call the help desk. And again, I want to just give you that real quickly, 681-203-5268, and I'll show you that real quickly. When the student logs in, you'll actually be able to see the help desk on here. And the number is posted there, 681-203-5268. Now, I'm going to switch. Hold on just a minute. Okay, you can hear and I can't. Okay, hold on just a minute. I'll answer your question. Apparently, my volume is not working. Hang on just 1 second. Okay, try one more time for the question. Let me see if I can hear now.
Okay. Are you able to hear me?
I'm not hearing anything at all.
Okay.
Let me see, speakers. I'm on Realtek. Type your question in the chat, or Tony Dale, come and tell me what that question said, because I can't hear it at all. That for some reason it is not. I don't have a noise suppression on.
She said if you have a child in 2 different schools, do you use one account?
Yes, you'll use the same account. You'll just go back to where I was showing you. You might have come in a little bit later, but let me go back to the parent account. I'm on the parent account. So from the parent account, you'll click your arrow beside of your name, and down here where it says add child, it's going to pop up the access code box, and you'll put that child's access code in there and click use code, and it will add the second child. So it will not matter that that your that your child is at a different school. It's based on where the access code takes them, and it's tied directly to that school and your child. So it'll put your child in there no matter which Wayne County school they attend. Now, if they attend a different county, it will not show up there. You have to do a separate you'll have to do a separate account for that.
Children have their code.
To get the code, you can reach out to the child's teacher or the school. Like you can reach out to the secretary, the principal, and they can send your child's code home, or you can call the help desk, and you'll have to have the child's social. You have to call from a phone that is on your child's WEVIS, like contact phone number, and you have to have the birth date and the student ID, and then we can help you with that. Either way. So if you have any more questions about that, you can reach out to me. I'm on the help desk most days. We're open 8 to 4. We usually close 12 to 1. So if you want to call, we can provide you help with that. And again, you can reach out to the school and get those codes as well. Okay, I'm going to switch over and show you how your student, now I'm not going to log in, but I'm going to take you a different route and show you. Now, and I'm going to mention this too before we leave the parent part of the account. So, and I'm going to just answer this because it's usually a question I get every year. Can the student read the messages that the teacher sends to you on the parent account? The answer to that is no, unless you stay logged in and then the child has your phone or your device and is able to see that conversation. They do not get a copy of the conversation that you're having with the teacher unless you specifically allow them to see that from your home device. They will not, it doesn't send a duplicate message or send that message to the student. So the students, when they log in, I'm just going to take you from what they see at school, and then I'm going to take you from a home on a personal device. So at school, when they load the internet, this is the page that it defaults to. It's called Wayne County Web Links. And they click on what's called SSO links, and that is single sign-on. That means they can go to, and I'll just click that and show you, they can go to their Clever portal if they have courses in Clever. This is a lot of elementary. Also, our high school uses this for some science when they're going to McGraw-Hill. They use it for ACT practice. There's some ACT supports in there and other apps that they'll use. So they can go to Clever. They can use all of these sites that are there, and also Schoology. So I'm not clicking on Schoology because it's going to take me into my Schoology, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you from a student perspective. Okay, so what you're seeing here is the same page that I was showing you over there. It's just on a much condensed version. So I'm going to click SSO links here, and then I'm going to click Schoology. Now, this is a virtual machine I've set up that I can use as a student. So this is actually what a student sees when he or she logs in, or they will see this. And this is called the course dashboard. They'll see all of their courses there. And then they'll see recent activity, which are the course updates. So if they click on recent activity, and if there are updates there, you're going to see those updates. So I'm going to take you back to the course dashboard. And for them, some of your seniors who have, or even your middle school, who have something like math lab, or they have club periods and homeroom periods, they can rearrange these courses so that they see the ones they need to see, but they can also go to courses and then click My Courses, and it will show them all of their courses in a list. So they'll be able to see a full list that they can scroll through if they were to have more than 6 blocks on there. So always look at courses and then go to My Courses to make sure that they're seeing all of their courses. So again, if they want to, I'm just going to take you back to this page. If they want to go into a course, they'll click on that course, and then they will see their materials right here. It will typically default to the materials page, and that's where their assignments are. And you can see that they have something called upcoming, and it will show up here what assignments are upcoming, and it will also allow them to go to their calendar and they can see what's upcoming for them on the calendar view. They can actually see that on the calendar view. They can message, so if they go in here and they want to create a message, they can go here, and then they will click on this and start typing a name, and it will pull up a name for them to message their teacher's name, and then they type the message and click send. They can also, I'm just showing you this just so you know this. They can also attach a file, they can leave a voice recording, and they can link something in that message if they need to link something. So they have that option when they're submitting. Also here, if you look at notifications, it will give them notifications. And they have some settings they can change too when they go into their settings. So I won't go into all of that with them, but they have that option to do that. So they also have something called resources. So they can save their documents and things over to resources, and they can also sync their computer with OneDrive. So when they come home and they don't bring their computer home with them, they can log into their OneDrive, and I'll show you how to do that from your personal device, and it will let them access all of those documents. But they actually have to come to the bottom, down here on the bottom of their screen, and they will click the little cloud that's grayed out right now. They'll click that cloud, and it will prompt them to log in with their Office 365 username and password. Now, you're going to think, oh my gosh, that's 100 usernames and passwords. It's the identical thing that they use to log into the computer with, except it has the actual @stu.k12.wv.us extension on it. Their username part of that is the same no matter what they're doing. Schoology, Clever, all of those logging into the computer, that's all the same. So it's only one username and password, and it gets them everywhere. But when you're home reaching out from the SSO link, they will be required to input the full email address in addition to their username. So it's @stu.k12.wv.us is their email extension. So again, the difference is they won't see the messages that you send. You can send private correspondence. They're going to go through the SSO links to get there, and you're going to go through www.schoology.com. Now, I'm going to walk you through how to do this if you're at home. So if you're at home and you don't have access to this page, it doesn't pop up for you. You're going to go to wayneschoolswv.org. wayneschoolswv.org, and it's going to take you to the Wayne County Board of Education site. Now, you may not remember that URL, so you can just go to Google or whatever browser you use and type in Wayne County, West Virginia schools, and it will take you to this page. You'll get the link to take you to this page. So if you're home on your personal machine and you get to the Wayne County Board site, you're going to go to Menu. You'll click Menu, and under Families and Students, and while we're here, I'm just going to show you this. There's a family engagement policy right here that I'm just telling you it's there, so you'll know it's there if you want to go look at that and examine it. But if you look down at the bottom of that, well, maybe it's gone for some reason. I'm on a virtual machine, so it's probably, I'm at school, so it's not showing me. But there would be the same SSO would be right here. And I don't know why it is not showing that. I'll check on that tomorrow too, because our students use that when they're home. Oh, there it is. It went on under SSO right here. And you'll click that, and it will take you right back to the Wayne County Web Links SSO page. So they can go to Clever or Schoology, but they have to put in their email addresses and their email address and their password to get all the way in. So they can do it even though they don't bring their student computer home. They still can access that from yours. It does not play well with the iPhone. Android does a little better if they use that and go to that site and log. Contrary, when we're trying to connect that to the Schoology, I don't know why it does that, but it gets a little bit wonky sometimes. So if you have an iPhone and you download the app, you can log in as a parent to the app, and there's a side for the parents, and then there's a student side. And if you're going to go in as the parent, you'll put in your parent account information, and it'll take you right on in, and you can still switch between your page and the student page. And then if you log out and the student wants to log in, they're going to go to the side that says, tell me your school. So they're going to choose a school, and you need to make sure, like if you choose Spring Valley, if you choose that, you need to make sure the address is correct. Like it'll pop up Huntington, West Virginia. You need to make sure that that school is the right address because there are multiple schools with the same address. So keep in mind that you can still sign them in on the phone, but they'll sign in on their side and you'll sign in on your side. So they can still do that from an app on the phone, and the apps work well. They're able to work well from the app. But if you're on your side and you're on the student page, they cannot submit data like assignments, work. They can't submit that from the parent account, even though you're on the student page. That's not a student account, and it will not let them submit assignments from that page. They actually have to be logged in to the student account on the student side.